I'm really trying to just, show up, make the people I'm working with happy, and that's my job. How do I just do that? And there's nothing wrong with that. When you're working with someone like Sandra, if you work with a great tennis player, you just get better. So batting the ball back with her was just a dream, and I got better, and she invited me to play a lot more. So there's tons of improv. There's tons of little moments you find. Now, when you sort of fast forward just a little bit to, I don't know, for me it was around 2014. At this point, I'm a little bit, how do I put it? I'm in actor jail. Not getting a lot of work. I've had some big sort of highly publicized bombs. And that's where you kind of go, well, hold on a second. Now, I have no authorship in that. If I'm gonna fail, I'd rather be the architect of my own demise than, and if I'm gonna succeed, I would want to be the architect of that win, So I started to think about it a little bit differently then and take a lot more authorship of the situation. And that really changed my entire life. But I wouldn't have been able to do that had I not worked with people like Sandra, worked with, incredible actors like Rachel Weisz, and, just watching these people who have spent their lifetime perfecting a craft while I've spent most of my life dicking around. So you're really like watching through and studying and trying to learn, and also allowing yourself to fail and allowing yourself to, it's that thing. I always trust people. I work in multiple industries now, and I trust people so much more when they say I don't know. It's like if somebody's like, "You just said a word that I don't know. What does that word mean?" And I do that too. It's how we learn. But that's a trusting thing to do, and I think that that's very important. So this is where I started to learn to say, to know that when you say I don't know is okay, and that people will help you if you say I don't know. If you pretend to know, bad things happen. So, so some of the other movies I did after that, they failed, and I was offered them based on the hit that this was. This was a huge hit. It was a two-hander. I was still, coming up, and I was very lucky that my career was an aggregate. It was very slow. I mean, half the people I started out with are dead. And a lot of them have gone home, or back to their town, wherever they came from, and then other ones just, I don't even know where they went or what happened. So it's a tough business, And I talked to Macaulay Culkin again, in this John Kennedy, and I just go, wow, what he's gone through has made him such an interesting human being right now. You're gonna see Macaulay Culkin, by the way, like win an Oscar, or work on something that is profound at any point, because he has all of that depth to work from. And I just think it's very important to keep your head screwed on right. And Canada helped me with that. If we're gonna go back to that theme, which is that my feet were on the ground, because Canada was a third parent. It was to me. I mean, it was. My mom is actually here somewhere in the audience, so I would say second parent, but she took offense to that. No, it really was, and that business is tough. It can destroy you. You can farm out all of your self-worth to all the wrong things, and so for me, having a slow build was very, very important, and very. Now I'm so grateful for that. I can be calm when I walk outside here and there's people yelling and screaming and stuff. I can sort of see both I can be grateful for it, and at the same time I can see the illusion of it, and the sort of the thin ice of it, and kind of all those things.